How we doing, everybody? Yes, we are a little bit late.
No, Ken,
We
not feeding
apologise.
flamingos.
Welcome.
Good afternoon, everyone. How we doing? And welcome back to Koi Culture, where we like to talk about koi and anything else that comes across. I will have
Pretty
to make some
much.
apologies for our Samuel.
Yep.
Samuel can't make it because he is actually on his way to hospital at the moment because his daughter has hurt her hand quite badly. So, yeah, Samuel sadly cannot join us today. Sid will be dropping in and out because Sid is actually caught up in a massive traffic jam at the moment on his way home from a couple of jobs that he's been doing. Some of the stuff he's been doing has been really good. How we doing, Sid?
All good here, Vince. I've just gotten done with two long, very long days. Can you hear me?
Yep, we can hear you.
Yep, can hear you.
Okay, so I just got done with two very long days where we're trying to get that big waterfall done.
Yep.
And so by as of today evening, it is finally done, guys. The
Yes.
water's been in for a couple of days. The fish went in today. So far, it's been a success. There are no leaks. The waterfall is significant and sufficient as per the client's requests. So we're going home successful, boys.
Oh, wicked. So are we going to see a video about that on your channel?
Yep. I think there's gonna be a couple of shots that are up already, just to kind of give you a heads up, and then I'll do a long form reveal video a little later. I didn't really expect it to be this successful, to be honest.
Oh, there's the
The
signal.
work that
There's his
you know what
signal
I mean?
drop.
Sid's stuck in a major traffic jam at the moment.
I'm going to ping up our first
Yeah.
comment for today.
I think
Sid's getting told off.
you're gonna lose me now. I'm going into a tunnel.
All right, mate. Well, if you drop in and out,
Going into
that's not a problem. But you've not only done the waterfall job, you've also been converting a jacuzzi.
No, we
Sorry,
lost
hello?
him. Signal.
No, I think we might have lost him.
Yeah.
Might have lost him. He's gone.
Yeah, we
into a
lost him.
tunnel.
There we
Anyway,
go. He's
he'll
gone.
probably
He's
come
gone.
back. He does.
Yeah, be
But
back
yeah,
later.
Sid's been a busy boy this week, and
Yeah.
he's not the only one. He's not the only one. So I hear you've been doing more at your place, Shane.
I have been, yes. So we did run out of timber at the end on the last window. We've only got half a window frame built, but we do have the other three made. I believe Pops is going to bring home some perspex that is heavily cleaned from when they had, obviously, at the shop, you'd have the COVID screens.
Yep.
So he's got a load of the perspex left over out the back from when they had their screen. So he's going to bring that home and we're going to see how it cuts, whether it cuts okay or whether it cracks. So we're going to see how that does.
Best thing I've found for cutting any type of plastic is actually using a metal blade.
Yeah, Dad's got one of these. It's a little pencil, but it's got the diamond edge on it. And you can just literally just run it straight through it, and it just cuts it sweetly.
Nice.
Because obviously he used to be in the windscreen in the windscreen business. So when he was on like call outs late at night, if he had to go to a customer's house or whatever where their door glass has been smashed or something like that, and they can't get a glass until a couple of days, he would have gone out, cut the perspex, and just put a perspex one in there just to protect them.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he knows exactly how to cut the perspex. He's done it for like 30 odd years.
Yeah.
So,
I've found cutting any type of plastic, if you use a metal cutting bit, because you've got such a finer tooth on the blade, and also is to turn your speed down on whatever cutting.
Yeah.
If you're using a jigsaw, turn your speed down, because then it stops that heating up so much and then melting behind it as you.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I know what you mean. Used to just blaze through it, but when you get to the end and it's supposed to fall apart, it flaps because you've gone through
It's
so
melted
fast,
and then it's sealed itself,
and it's melted itself as you've gone through it.
Yeah, you've basically plastic welded it as you've cut it. But yes,
sorry, I'm just
hopefully
I'm two conversations going at the moment.
So yeah, hopefully we'll get that windows cut fitted tomorrow.
Yeah,
we have got the last pack. Fingers crossed, the last pack of the metal sheets, which will do the sides. So
does that mean that the greenhouse is down now? Does it?
No, the greenhouse will be coming down. Obviously, with that storm we had, it blew the top window out on the greenhouse. But instead of repairing it and doing it like that, I've left it slightly open so that it could just slowly, gradually bring the temps down into the pond, well, into the swimming pool. So therefore, when I then come to just to like climatize them to the outside temperature, so that I can then go and remove the greenhouse and not worry about that sudden temperature spike, like that drop.
Yeah, definitely.
So hopefully, I'll be able to take the greenhouse down now, get the sides on, and then we'll work out what we're going to do with the side windows. Well, not windows, but covers. And then with the roof, we're not going to go plastic. We're going to just put wooden sheets down and we're going to felt it because of all the trees above us. Because we've got a lot of overhanging trees and things like that. Looking back on the hindsight of it is if we get another bad storm and branches break and they fall on the koi house, it's going to puncture the plastic if I use the plastic sheeting. So it makes more sense to have like a marine ply roof on it and then just felt it. So plus it makes it a little bit more easier as well when I come to put in my T5 lights and things like that in there as well.
Yeah.
So it's all starting to come to fruition now. Yeah, it's all coming to fruition now. So
good.
Sorry, yes, Dino, it's definitely a fair comment. Fair comment on the roof.
2 seconds, mate.
Yeah, no worries, mate. I'll just carry on with chat.
I don't know how I'm going to be able
So how are we doing, chat? How are we doing? Happy Sunday.
2 seconds, please.
Obviously, we have already got the T5 light because obviously my brother's left one here.
Yeah,
that will be going up just straight down the middle, and just so I've got that extra.
Yeah.
Amanda Smith. Oh, there we go. He's here. Double vision. Double vision.
Hang on.
There we go.
Is that better?
Yes, much better.
Much better. All right.
Yep.
Can you check my channel, please, darling? Make sure I'm still live on my channel now, because I've just come off that device onto this one.
No, it's done through here, Vince. So you should still be live, mate.
All right. Let me get this. Sorry, folks.
Because I've had it before. Obviously, when my internet dropped completely, I thought, oh my god, don't tell me I've just shut everybody's channel off. But I went through checking everybody's channels and they were still running. It stays live until we press that button to say end. Oh, life around the koi pond. How you doing? Busy?
It looks so small now. I do apologise, but I have been given a laptop for doing this. So, but I haven't managed to get it sorted yet because my son's PC decided to take decided to shit itself and die. So and he plays World of Warcraft and he he's a raid leader and all that sort of.
Yeah, raid leaders. He has to do all his guild and
Yeah, so
alliance shit.
he robbed my my new my new laptop that I got from Pa, so he could continue with World of Warcraft. Hence why I'm buggering about with devices at the moment.
Well, don't forget, Vince,
Sorry,
when you
guys.
when
Next
you
week it
when
will be.
you're when you get up here, don't forget to remind me about this. You can take that back with you. I've got to stand for
What is
it
it?
in the. It's a decent microphone, mate.
Oh, right, yeah. Oh, I wondered what you were waving
Yes,
at me then.
it's a
I was going
decent
to say, was it
microphone.
vibrate?
I've got no, so it's a decent microphone.
Took a
I've got
second
the
for that to drop in, didn't it?
yeah that was. So yeah, that's just sitting there.
Cheers.
I'm gonna do a like just a normal firmware update. Make sure everything's all up to date on it, because yeah, if not, then we'll have to go with the condenser, which is this one. But either way, there's a microphone here
I'll
for
tell you
you.
what. At the moment it looks like I'm looking at Space Kennedy Central, because on the phone you get what you're looking at and then you get your comments. Now
Yes.
I've got two little pictures here and then I've got pictures underneath me. I've got writing down this side and I'm like,
Yeah, that's the difference when you go from a phone to the tablet. It's the same. What you see on the tablet is basically what you'll see on the laptop, basically. In effect.
oh, on the laptop in effect.
Amanda asked a good question. Where are we? So where are we?
Amanda said, afternoon, I'm going to do a PP dip on some of my koi. As look like I've got a bacterial infection. What dosage would you use, please? What makes you think you've got a bacterial infection, Amanda? Out the gutter. I did you. Yes, Amanda. What makes you think that you've got a bacterial infection? And do you know how we're doing? And yeah, could you get me some pictures? Send me some pictures or some videos to my email address, Amanda, and we can go from there.
Yeah, we can have a look and see.
But Finra answers give so. Is it just on one fish or on many?
What are you thinking? Whether it's a bowl PP or whether it's a PP for the whole lot?
No, I'm thinking maybe you don't need to be as drastic as PP. Maybe take it out, sedate it, and topically treat it if it's a single case of on one fish. Now, if it's on multiple fish, then you're looking at a completely different set of circumstances, completely different.
Yeah.
Well, life around the koi pond. How do I show it? Ah, there it is. I've noticed that some people are having fatalities over the winter due to switching off the air and filters. Is it due to poor advice or just inexperienced keeping? Well, no, because down at the farm there is quite a few of the systems that you don't see that are holding large amounts of TOSI and stuff. As soon as the temperature dropped below a certain temperature, all the boys went up and switched off all the filtration, because a lot of it, the filtration is very much like my one on the IBC tank. And you know what happened with the IBC tank.
Yep, it
The temperature
freezes and
did that
then
much. And I mean, that spray bar is a 2-inch spray bar, and
yep.
it has 8 and 10 mil holes in it.
Hmm.
Now those holes froze up, and then all the water pissed out the top of the bio bin. And when I
Yeah,
came
overflowed.
down, I was just looking at a mountain of ice and about 6 inches of water. Now, the reason for that was because it is an open top shower. And of course,
Yes.
what happened was where the water was hitting the media at the top, that was
Hmm.
freezing, but it was slowly building up, and it built up to a point where it just froze the whole lot. So yeah, but let's get back to Amanda.
Yep.
Lost 6 weeks, 3 more. Treating for 2 weeks. What have you been treating with? And why didn't you get in touch with me sooner?
Holy popsicles from Scott.
Oh, is that you offering to make me a stainless steel shower, Dino? Nice one, bruv.
Dino, I'll have one as well, mate.
Because if memory serves, the stainless steel shower that Dino is actually running on his pond, he actually made himself.
Nice, nice.
Nice.
See,
But yeah, there is a
that's an
reason.
interesting thing because all we've got to get is actually some more gas for the welder.
Yeah,
Technically, I
but
could give the old man a project.
yeah, but you can't MIG welding stainless steel is hard, isn't it? It's very difficult. I think you need to TIG weld for stainless steel.
Possibly, yeah. Amanda's saying malachite green, salt at 0.3. She's also got some Virkon that that possibly could be used.
I wouldn't, not at this moment in time, not if you've got salt and malachite. I'm surprised, yeah, malachite green, you're not so bad as long as you haven't got formaldehyde or formalin in there, because that will turn the salt toxic. Send me some photos and some videos, Amanda, to my email address. And what I'll do, Sweet Peas, I'll give you my number, and then we can chat over the phone. It'll be a lot easier.
Yeah.
Failing that, down the Telegram, and we can video conversation in, and I can actually see what's going on and how things are set. All right, is that all right? Hope so.
We've got a message from Dino. So, what would you do? A
See if we
Backy
can
River, or make a multi bay, or buy a multi bay?
Are you talking about for your pond, Dino? Because if you're talking about your pond, then I would just bang another stainless steel shower next to the one you've got.
Yes, he's talking about his.
Is it you're pump feeding from there to an easy pod, if I'm not wrong, and then for that's going into there, and then you're pumping from another pump up over the shower. Yes.
He said he can make it a stainless multi bay.
You could make a stainless steel multi if you could, then yeah, I don't see why you wouldn't. Why you wouldn't? Or ever, yeah, but then you're gonna to do a river. It needs to
Be staggered.
Can you see what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
You need it to flow from one end to the other and down. Very much like Adam Julian.
Mm-hmm.
Koi channel.
Yes.
He
Yeah.
has one on his indoor tank.
Yeah.
And that's a vertical river. So it's
Mm-hmm.
pretty much the width of his tank, but it's quite high, and it goes from top to
Yeah.
bottom through the media.
Mm-hmm.
It all depends, Dean, on what it is you're trying to accomplish with it. If you're just after pure biological, then I would go for the river. But if you're after mechanical,
Then the multi-bay will be the better option.
The better option, because you can put dedicate a couple of sections to your mechanical, and then a section dedicated to a moving bed.
He was thinking a multi-bay with a blade.
Yeah, it's doable. Would you like me to do your set of drawings, Dino?
You know that's going to be a straight yes.
You've got a set of drawings as well, haven't you? Haven't you, Shane?
I have, yes. And there's a little hidden framework sitting just over in the cupboard, ready for them to be put into the koi house by the IBC.
Now, I'll be totally honest, Dino. Now, if it was me, what I would do is I would actually dig a hole next to your pond. I would then gravity feed the easy pod from a retro bottom drain, and then pump up over your shower, and then put some kind of skimmer in your pond, and then run that through your multi-bay with a blade on it.
Morning, Stubbsy.
Hey, Stubbsy, my big lug nut. How was the temperature over there today then, Chris? You had a whiteout a week or so ago. And we do have other people from across the seas with us. I did notice that Chris was in from Sweet Acres Koi Farm, and Maureen from Keith's Koi Haven.
Morning, ladies.
Shane did put a link in the comments.
I'll put another one in.
If someone wanted to come and join us from overseas or in the UK, if you want to come and join us, it's welcome aboard. But yeah, going back to where we started, you finished, and you're at most of the point where you're finished with your construction.
Yes.
So it's going to be asking me to come up in a week or two's time to sort out some pipe work.
Yeah, I've got to work it all out, what I've got. I think at the moment I've only got most of the 4-inch. I haven't got any of the 1.5 yet.
Right.
But I can get the bottom part done.
Yeah. -4 in Oshawa, Ontario, Canada.
Ooh. Yeah, fuck that.
Yeah, fuck that. That's too cold. So you're at a point where you can't do much anymore now, and things are just absolutely manic for me at the moment. What I've got going on here, and what we've got going on down at New Forest as well.
Yeah,
absolutely. Just so far this year, I've just been blown away with what we've got going on down at the New Forest. And yeah, really, I do take my hat off to Rick, because he is a cracking guy, and I'd do anything for him, because yeah, I've got in effect, I've got 2 ponds at New Forest Koi Farm now, and once we've got the other tank relined and the fish go back into the tank that they're supposed to be, I will have the TW tank, which is where the weekly picks for the TW code go.
Yep.
They will have their own 2 seconds.
They'll literally have their own system, their own area where they can then, from what I'm picking up from that, is they'll have their own section where obviously once picked, they'll all go in there just to help them with monitoring which koi are the ones that are selected over the rest of the stock. So it will just make it a lot easier for them as well. So yeah, that's definitely a good idea. But yeah, what's everyone's been up to this
Sorry about that,
weekend?
guys. Delivery at the door.
That's all right, mate.
Delivery at the door. So yeah, all the TW picks have their own pond now. So that is basically the twisted sails pond.
And we've got the bearded one.
Hey, Dino, come and join us, boy.
How you
Dino,
doing, lad?
turn your phone landscape.
Turn your phone. There we go.
That's better. That's better.
Off that. Coming across here. And then going back in there by all them weirdos.
Well, what I would do.
Because I've only got that. You see that? There, yeah. I'm getting rid of that pressure. I'm getting rid of that pressure. I'm just going to go with 10,000 to that. But I want to come off that.
Yeah.
And then go to something here and then go back in there. Do you know what I mean?
Well, if you wanted to come off
the waist on there to come into something here and then go back in here. Just for extra. Because they've only got, how many litres did you get a K1 in that?
Get quite a bit in there.
So yeah.
You get quite a bit in there. But I've got an idea. Yes, you could.
I just think if I want to grow these bigger, I'm going to need more, aren't I? Yeah,
definitely. Definitely. But
you know what I mean?
There is a way. There is a way that you could gravity feed a multi-bay from your easy pod in the position that it's in, and then still have a blade on the end. I've already started forming a picture up here, boy.
These weirdos need more.
Well, you have been thinning your pond out as well, though, haven't you?
Yes, I have heard he's been thinning. Yeah.
Signal must be.
Yeah. That's something that. Oh, we've got a craft in the building.
All right.
He reckons you'll get about. He reckons Dino will get about 181 litres of K1 in that.
You're back.
So, are you going to show us the best Harawaki on YouTube then?
Everyone's already seen that.
I don't believe I have.
There.
Oh, 18 litres.
Hang on. See it?
Yeah. Yeah, that's looking lovely, boy.
Crafty, you want to come and join us?
There's the backie. Hang on, don't ask over shit.
Yeah, come on.
Steady now.
It's not in at the minute. It's not on. I've switched it off. Can't be asked. Dragging the lecky.
Yeah.
You don't need it. You don't need the one on at the minute.
Yeah, they don't need it at the moment because that was one of the things I was getting to is these temperatures and the lower temperatures, air in the pond isn't as necessary as it would normally be in the summer because the cooler the water, the more oxygen it holds.
Yep.
So, that's why a lot of people turn off bottom drains and so forth like that.
See, I have mine with the air stones. I've still got my air stones running, but it's more of the principle along the lines of keeping that top moving. So when we get in the cold temperatures and everywhere's freezing, just to stop that, I just have the air running just to peace of mind that they're not going to freeze over.
Oh yeah, definitely. But if the top was to freeze over, it's not really going to do them any harm.
No, of course not. It's just
You know, I mean, look at Stubbsy. I mean,
Mhm.
he's got a couple of inches of ice on the top of his pond.
Yeah.
He's got some big fish in that pond as well.
Oh yeah, he's got some absolute stunners in there.
Yeah.
Right, in a bit.
Yep. In a bit, Dino.
Yours, Dino. I'll do your drawing, boy. All right, mate.
What do you mean,
Bless
Stubbsy?
him.
Now you're thinking more like a Canadian. What
I think
running
he
the
was talking
airstone?
to you about your air pump.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, we've. I'm hoping when we get to the forest tomorrow that Rick's actually been in over the weekend. And he's got that last bit of concrete smashed out on the Mega Munga ponds, because then we can start looking at block work. But if it's a day like we've got today, tomorrow, then I reckon there could be a good chance of that cover going over the top of the Brew Tunnel.
Yeah, I can't see why they can't. There shouldn't be, because as you say, today there's not much wind.
It's been lovely in Clements. I think it's the slightest of breeze in the wrong direction.
I know.
I know. It
Yeah,
becomes
I know.
an absolute living nightmare. I mean,
yeah.
when we did the Mega Munga tunnel, I mean, that went across quite easily, but the actual framework for the polytunnel itself, the hoops, they're not overly high. Whereas with the Brew Tunnel, the width is about another 6 foot wider.
Yeah.
And there's at least another 4 or 5 foot on top. And I mean, to get to the actual centre bar, we have to use it's called a Youngman, but it's like a thing they put between scaffolding that they can walk on. It's like an aluminium frame with a wood at the top. Well, we actually use one of them and 2 4-inch pieces of polystyrene. So that and an extra 8 inches of lift, just so you can reach the top. So yeah, it's gonna take all 5 of us to get it over.
Definitely.
And ideally, it could do with an extra couple of people, because when we did the MMM tunnel, we had a bit of a gust, and at one point, while Rick was trying to clamp everything down, both myself and Rocket Boy were actually kneeling down, pinning the thing to the floor because it was trying to lift up. And okay.
I knew someone was going to post it. I knew someone was going to say it. Well done, Jigsy. Well done.
But yeah, I think that is gonna be one of the main priorities, because they open on the 1st of March. So the shop becomes open. I mean, the shop at the moment is actually shut to customers, and over the last few weeks we've lost count of the amount of people who come in wanting to buy fish and food, and we're like, well, they're not open, but people are still coming round, so it can't be a bad thing. Thing.
They'll just be waiting for them to open to then get in through the doors to actually get what they need to get.
Yeah, and not only has he got to get the Brew Tunnel got to be done and sorted, the hatcheries have all got to be emptied, relined, and sterilised, ready for the spawnings. There is still so much work they need to get done. The problems with the harvesting and the fact that some fucking scrote nicked their quad really kicked them in the bollocks, and really did knock them back by a good 6 weeks at least. You know, and other than the fact that we love going down there, we love. I mean, and the fact that they treat us like a member of family when we're down there, and it is great, but they really do need that extra extra pair of hands, because otherwise they would really be struggling around about this time now. So yeah, they are really appreciative of
Yeah,
the fact
definitely agree.
down there and volunteer and help down there. And don't get me wrong, we get good deals on fish and stuff like that as well. But it's if I could afford to move closer,
You would.
you know, it would.
Yeah.
For me, it would be a no-brainer.
Yeah,
You know,
exactly.
especially with the fact that we've now got our own pond in a polytunnel.
Yep.
On a koi farm for fish that we're going to try and create, so we can call it a twisted koi.
Yeah.
Koi variety, something new. And
Good
just
morning,
that,
Lex.
Just that on its own, you know, wow. You know, we're talking Mark Gardner League.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
so talking about fish with New Forest. So I got a question.
Yeah.
If you've already placed an order and you've already paid for delivery,
yeah,
what's the size on the box for the amount? So say you've already got 25 to 27 cm there.
Yeah.
What would you still be able to put one or
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Right,
I've got my eye on a couple there, but I want to make sure that, you know, I can pull it in with the box for delivery ready for.
Well, just to be sure, with a bit of belt and braces, all you got to do, pick up the phone tomorrow morning, ring
them up in the morning, speak to Carl,
and say, look, I've got this. Or I mean, I haven't seen him in the comments yet, but Tony from Farm or Koi, he's got at least 4 or 5 fish sat there that are waiting for him. I know he's bought a couple of Sankeys from the TW codes.
Ooh, okay, nice.
Yes. He has asked me to get a bit of video of them, but at the moment, you got no hope, because that tank is absolutely full with the all the fish from the corner tank. You know, before you go outside to the back area, you've got that big tank on the right hand side, next to the stairs. Well, that is empty at the moment, because all the contents are in the TW pond, because that needs relining. And I think that is going to be one of the jobs that Carl would like me to do tomorrow, especially after the speed that the small one went up. Liner wise, when I put the new liner in, he genuinely couldn't get over how quick it all went in, and I've got it all nice, and it's going to look sweet once I've got the fish back in there, because there is hardly any creases. Well, you know what I'm like with me fucking OCD.
Yeah, your OCD.
And when I'm there, I actually do a bit of video and I show you the difference between one and the other. And yeah, Carl actually admitted he hates doing fucking liners.
Jigsy, I completely agree with you, buddy. Tony can help himself.
Oh yes, definitely.
Yeah, guys, if you haven't already, please smash that thumb.
There we go. Smash the thumb, you know you want to. Just pretend you're playing Space Invaders. So yeah, like I say, there is absolutely loads going on there, and like I say, there is going to be a couple more of the vats and the tanks that are going to need emptying and relining. Well, leave the emptying to Carl. I'll just do the relining. That's the easy bit. Just this time, I'm going to bring me electric fucking staple gun with me. Because did you see that staple gun he gave me?
Old school.
Oh, my word. It was as if he pulled it out of a fucking puddle. There was hardly any paint left on it, because it had more rust than it had paint.
Yeah.
That's why I ended up having to go round with a hammer, because it was putting the staples in but they
Not
were
driving them home.
not driving them home. That's why I had to go around with the fucking hammer and tap them all back in.
Yeah, yeah.
But it just goes to show, you know, it doesn't have to be expensive. And
yeah, it beat me to it.
Answer to that? After speaking with Lee Hadfield yesterday, most fucking definitely I am. Most definitely I am going to show at the National this year. 100%. I'll be totally honest, I was contemplating not doing it, but like I said to Lee, I'm a man of my word. And I said I was going to show my koi at the National, and show my koi at the National. I will. I'll be totally honest. I told Lee exactly the same thing. The only thing that's in the back of my mind is I'm going to turn up there and look a right twat.
Because yeah, I know what you're saying. It's your first one.
You know, quality wise, I'm going to look leagues apart. You know, it's just a thing up here.
Yeah.
But
and obviously Lee's the person to talk to, because Lee's been there. He's taken his first time.
You know, and he knows how I'm thinking, because he actually said he felt like that himself. Yeah. The first time he showed his fish, you know, and like Jigsy's just said, what have I got to lose?
Exactly that. Yeah. It's a learning curve. Like same with koi keeping. Everything's a learning curve. So if you can just broaden your horizon a little bit more.
But take Big Betty for instance. Yeah. I bought Big Betty 5 or 6 years ago for a 30-pound Japanese koi from World of Water. She's in 68 centimeters, but I got it in the back of my mind with certain fish. Yes, they might look good, but they're not as good as some people that have spent thousands. Well, not just on their
you're showing it from the different side
and their food and everything else. Can you see what I mean? Whereas my pond's been made out of recycled materials, and you know, a lot of it's weird. You know, it's weird how the human mind works. But after chatting with Lee, he has settled down a little bit. He's answered a few questions and stuff as well, and he's going to be there himself. So that's another bonus. But he's also gonna come and visit Twisted Towers.
Nice.
So I'm super excited to have Lee here, and at the same time, then I'm gonna ask him to actually give me a 100% blunt response, or not response, appraisal of my fish. Can you see what I mean?
Yeah. He's been in the circuit, so he knows, looking at certain ones, he can go, right, that one, don't bother with it. This one, put that on your list. This one on your list.
Yeah, this one maybe
I know
exactly.
Yeah, this one not quite this year, but put that aside for next year. Keep your growth going on it. Then yes. I know exactly where you're coming from. Exactly where you're coming from.
Oh, don't you worry, Andy. I'm not knocking it, and I'm definitely going to try it. Definitely going to try it. And can we try and get the ban lifted so you can actually come to the National and actually look at me?
Yes, Andy. Try and get it. Try and get that lifted. Try and get it lifted. Just don't go backstage again.
Yeah. So yeah, that's everything that's been going on at Twisted Koi with New Forest Koi. And as for Twisted Towers, well, I was hoping to have my my air source heat pump up and running this weekend.
Yeah, didn't quite go right.
No, they didn't go quite well, but I've got the circuit board in it now.
Yep.
And I was chatting with Paul Smith earlier and got some other fittings coming. They should be here Tuesday or Wednesday. So hopefully by the end of the week, we will have a fully running air source heat pump and a shower.
Nice.
I mean, I've already been out and checked the shower today, and literally I lifted up the top piece and the whole lot lifted up as one. I was like, Rizzo! And I've
been watching that shower with a little bit of interest, because obviously you've got yours on the go on tank. Well, there's nothing to say that I can't run like a little bit taller, because obviously being in the koi house, I'll have that more space.
Yeah.
But for the IBC.
Yeah. On a separate pump, opposed to the as well as the airlift. Yeah, like pretty much like what I'm going to be having there. Yeah. But yeah. And of course, I've just literally I got in about 10 minutes before I was due to go live, because I've been down at Mum and Dad's today, fitting the new pump to the main pond. So I've got my old J-Cod 10,000 Veriflow back that actually used to belong to my best mate Brad. So yeah, that is a good almost 10 years old and still chugging along quite nicely. I've got to get a pair of grips on there and close it up a bit, but yeah, it's still in. So that one will go onto the air source heat pump, so I can really dial the speed in to get the optimum. But the 3000 that's on there, you're quite welcome to have that if you want it.
Yeah, definitely.
We can knock you up a shower with that. Yeah, we can actually put a skimmer in it if you wanted to, just to be posh. Not even though it's an IBC tank, why not? You know what I mean?
Why not? It's only plastic. It's only plastic. We've got to cut it. It's not like we've got to cut any brick or anything, is it?
Yeah, but make sure you got your batteries are charged when you try using your angle grinder or your multi-cell.
Oh yeah, I've got 2 batteries. I'll have them both on charge the night before, mate. Don't you worry about that.
I had it the other week when I took me tools up to the forest when we were using the angle grinder, cutting up metal and stuff. And I had about 4 batteries with me, and each one went. The only thing I didn't pick up was the fucking fast charger.
Yeah, well, the only thing that when I come to cutting the cage on the IBC, obviously being out the front, I didn't have enough cable at that time. Batteries were all dead, so yeah, that's why I ended up getting the diamond blade on the old hacksaw, and I just took the diamond blade hacksaw to it. But unfortunately, someone mentioned something, so I kind of, as my hand went like that.
Oh yeah, you had a little boo boo, didn't you?
Yes, I had a little boo boo. Went straight through, and all I literally felt it smooth as butter, and then all of a sudden that little grip, and I'm like, you pull that away.
Diagonal cross across there, where I was working on a Land Rover, helping a mate cleaning up. It's gone zip, and I've gone, fuck.
Yeah.
You got some electrical tape. My best mate's giving it. Carry on.
Yeah. So I've had it before. Well, I've seen it with Dad when I was like growing up as a kid, going out to the windscreen jobs with him and things like that. And he's just a Stanley blade slipped off the glue off the windscreen and caught across his knuckles or anything like that, and he's just like, right, little bit of a bit something over the top of it. Go and get me the masking tape, and he's just whack the masking tape around it. That'll do.
My dad's going to kill me. I've nicked his permanent marker. So, anyone out there got any questions for this Sunday?
Any questions, anybody? Any questions?
And for those that haven't, the Cactoily is doing really, really well. I'm impressed with it, to be totally honest. And that was the other thing I chatted with Lee about, because he's got a Blue Lab Guardian, but he's also got one of them. And what he's going to do, he's going to do a side-by-side.
Ah, that'd be interesting.
That's what I said, because you've got two different price ranges for something that does similar things. Can you see what I mean? So someone who's got no worries about money, they can go for a Blue Lab Guardian because they are quite expensive.
Yes, they are quite expensive.
But the Cactoily is more affordable for someone normal.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, in fact, what's happened is they don't do one bigger than that one that they offered. And what she's talking about is Hyger. Hyger got in touch with me. Hyger is an aquarium company, as far as I'm aware.
Yes, they are.
I know Stubbsy does a lot of reviews and stuff for Hyger and Hyger stuff. Well, I was actually approached by the Hyger marketing team. Afternoon, site. And to start with, they offered me a full spectrum light. But it's only 40 cm.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's fish tank size. And I actually asked if they did a bigger one, and they don't do a bigger one. But she come back to me and said, right, well, what I will do is I will send you out an 800 watt heater. So I have got a Hyger 800 watt heater to review. Now, once the review has been up for a while on the heater, she has said that she will send me out a full spectrum light. And I said, what I will do, so I can get a proper span across the growing on tank, I will pay for the second one and have two, so it will go right across and replace the LED spotlights. And hoping it will help with colors and stuff like that.
It will help with colors, but it'll also help with when you're filming as well, that when the light's on, you don't get that
strobing effect.
Yeah. You won't get that once you've got the LED in there, because there's a different light spectrums that makes your phone do it. So having them in there as well.
Once the air source heat pump is up and running and the temperature goes up, well, before the temperature starts climbing, I will be going through the growing on tank, and I will be evicting quite a few. And the reason for that is I want to move a couple from the tow side tank across and get them on the food. Hence why all the extra filtration.
So Amanda's asked, what is our opinions on sleeves? On sieves? Civvies.
You mean sieves?
Yes, civvies. Yep, the sieves. They're great. I personally, from what I've seen, they're great for removing like the fines.
They're a good mechanical filter. They are a good mechanical filter. Ricky uses a few, but everyone he uses is pump fed. I know there's quite a few people that do run. I almost said do. There is a few people that run sieves. I know Irish Geordie Coy. he runs a sieve, but his are gravity fed. And if I'm not wrong, if you'll run, especially with a seater sieve, you have to have special bypass pipes that go with it, especially if you're going in conjunction with a Nexus, for instance. There's a specific set of pipework you have to be able to run the sieve gravity fed, and then to gravity feed the Nexus as well. So that fact, you've got to factor that in as well. I know there are small sieves. You can get the compact sieve. I can't remember who makes it. It's a green one. It's about 2 foot deep, by a foot and a half, and pump fed. They are absolutely brilliant. So if you had a bio chamber, it'd be perfect for putting in front of that as a mechanical. So yeah, they are good in the right scenario. Yeah, I understand what you're saying there, Simon. Really, in a lot of aspects, the Cactoilia is aimed mainly at the aquarium market, I would say. But at the same time, knowing your pH level on a constant, I think is good. And like I said, the other reason why I took the 7-in-1 was because I've got
the ORP,
the ozone generator, which I'm contemplating taking off the growing on tank.
What, moving it to
the main pond? Because I think
Aquaforte do one.
Once I've got the air source heat pump running and the showers matured and the upflows matured, I shouldn't need to have the ozone generator on there.
No,
because the bio capacity in the filtration will handle the load that it is put on it then. So I wouldn't need to have the ozone generator on there to give it that extra. Can you see what I mean?
Oh yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
So yeah, I will probably end up putting that on the main pond, just to give the main pond just a little bit of an edge. So yeah, there's still quite a few changes to come to Twisted Towers, but
there's always changes.
Slowly dialing it in. I am actually contemplating closing off the top of the shower, taking the plants out and literally filling up with media and just closing it off. And then
I was thinking that maybe, making some kind of a little lid for it, putting a bit of
that's what I'm thinking.
Some of the thinner Kingspan over the top of the lid, even.
Well, if I do that, if I take the plants out and I fill it up with media, I can relocate the spray bar to the center. I can sit it lower and then put a lid on top of it then.
Yeah.
Because I shouldn't really need, I mean, I like to have the plants in at least one filter, because I do believe it helps with nitrates.
Yeah.
Phosphates.
Yes.
But when you look at it, I've got a mixture of media in the upflow. I've got a ton of Helix 13 in the bio chamber. The bottom tier is chock full of flow core. And the top tier has got a layer of flow core, then a layer of alpha grog, and there is going to get a big chunk more of alpha grog chucked in there. And for a 250-gallon IBC tank, I think that is absolutely ample.
Yeah. See, at the moment, like when it comes to,
I decide to put in there, can you see what I mean?
Yeah, I know exactly where you're coming from. So, like sitting in storage, and it is just sitting in storage here at the moment. So, what I was thinking about the shower is, I've got 15 kilo of alpha grog sealed.
Yeah.
I've got a sheet of jet matting and things like that. So yeah, it's definitely something couple of things in there that can be used easily, you know, to as that extra.
Yeah.
I was thinking,
Yeah.
well, I bought it and I was thinking like, oh yeah, I could do this, I could do that. I bought it and it's just been sitting in the back of the shed. But now that the koi house is being built, it's getting to the point where, okay, so I could do this and then reuse what I've
Yeah.
already got in storage.
Yeah.
Because it was at that point where it was just after when we had that no one could get alpha grog point. And as soon as I saw it come up, I was like, yoink, 15 kilos. Thank you very much.
Yoink.
Yoink. I'll take that. I'll have it.
Good. So have we got any questions out there?
Let's have a butchers. We've got one there from Dazzle Koi. Is there a date on the fry grow on?
The grow show with a difference that will be spawn independent. We are going to try and get that spawning done in the first round. So we're looking at sort of like April, May, because it will literally be 3 weeks after they've hatched and they're just coming off of the brine shrimp and they're going on to a very fine crumb. Mm-hmm. That's when we will start.
Okay.
And everyone will start exactly the same, because every box will be exactly the same. It will be 200. There'll be slightly more than 200 just to accommodate for anything that might keel over on its way to you. But you will have in there, you will have your 200 fry and you will have some food. And then you've got from then until the 1st of November to do your best to grow on them fish. And not only grow on them fish, but choose the best one fish out of the lot to then be entered into the grow and show judging.
Yeah, that's where that is the part. The whole process for me is going to be an absolute fucking learning curve.
Yep, because everyone's going to be starting. Even myself and Rick. It'll be a bag, food. They'll go into whatever body of water they go into, and that's where we will go from there. So not only have you got to grow and raise them so that you don't get deformities, flared gills, all this sort of thing, but once they start getting to a size where you can start making, you're the one that has then got to say, right, I don't want that one, don't want that one, don't want that one, that one's, because to get the best out of it, you are going to need to thin them down.
Oh yeah, definitely.
The more you take out, the better the ones that are left are going to grow. But this is where the fun comes in. Everyone's eye is different.
It's to see whose eyes can, and not be defined.
It's a completely new spawning pairing in the fact of what we're doing.
Yeah. See, so, I've got a little something that I haven't told you about that I'm getting set up. So, the metal table frame that we wasn't sure what we was going to do with it? That's going to become my grading bowl.
Ooh. That's what nets are for, boy.
Yeah, I know, but so when I can take a lot out, put them into that bowl, and then I can sit there with or deformities, and then just bing, 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 and go through it.
Yes, you can, Simon. Both Simons. You can get different sieve screens, or you can get replacement ones. So if you wanted to, you could, instead of getting a hose, you just pull one out, take it away, put a new one in, clean it off, and then the other one sat there for the next time, isn't it?
Yeah, you can just rotate them.
But you'll find a lot of you'll find a lot of sieves, if they haven't got an overflow, put in an overflow. Because the only time I can see a sieve getting blocked up is if you've got a serious problem with blanket weed.
Yeah, so when we was talking about the sieves, I pulled one up, the compact sieve, which is pump fed from Aqua Forte.
Forte? Is it the green one?
Yeah, it's the green one that you was talking about. And that looks like it does not have an overflow.
So you've
just got the feed coming straight in.
You've got a rectangular box like that, and then you've got a curved screen. Now, if that screen fills up with dirt, the water comes up and comes up and comes up and comes up, and then will end up overflowing.
Yeah, blow the lid.
So what you do is, for where the base of the sieve screen is, halfway up, you put in
just stick a little, just stick a little. You just stick a small little tank connector or something like that on it, or a very small hose tail. Just
inch and a half bulkhead connector with a bit of inch and a half bypasses then straight to the pond itself. So if that does clog your screen up, you know that it's never going to overflow. It's going to return back to the pond itself because it's bypassing through that overflow.
Yeah. And also, you're not going to worry about if you've got to go away for work business or anything like that, and it overflows. Is it going to drain your pond too much? Because you know your overflow is going to return back to the pond. So then you've also got that peace of mind.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, but those socks are renowned for clogging up, though, Simon. I used to use them years ago, and they are a bloody good bit of kit if you're there constantly. Can you see what I mean? If I was going away for a week or so, I would never have filter socks in situ because they're renowned for clogging up and overflowing. I mean, you look back to middle of last year, everyone started getting beer sieves to put in the center of their easy pods.
Yes.
And then wondered why that if they didn't take it out on a regular basis, they would end up overflowing their easy pod because they filled up with the crap builds up because the filter was so fine. It closes up a hell of a lot quicker.
Yeah.
And of course, water can't go through. Can you see what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
A lot of people that went out and bought beer filters and put them in their easy pods, so they didn't keep them in there for long. I don't hear anyone talking about having their beer filter in their easy pod anymore.
I looked at doing it, but then I'm glad I waited to see how the results were going to come before I made that. Yeah, they're only cheap, but in the aspect of you could then put that money towards some food down the line instead, or pipe work.
Exactly that.
Gave up on socks on the aquarium.
Cheers, Ken. Take care, bro.
Yep, take care, Ken. Cheers for stopping in, buddy. Have
Especially
a good day.
as it's -4 out there. Rather you than me. Oh, rather you than me. And yeah, Dave,
definitely keep them hot drinks.
Yeah, that's why I don't like or don't advise people to use filter socks anymore.
So what do you mean by filter socks, for those that don't know?
It's basically, let me get rid of that comment. It's basically most of the time, it's very much like a beer filter in the fact that it's got a solid plastic ring.
Yep.
So you can actually put it inside a piece of pipe if you wanted to. And it is literally a micron bag. And depending on what micron you get, depends on how fine it catches. Can you see what I mean?
Yep.
And the water runs through them. They use them a lot on tank systems that have sumps underneath.
Mm-hmm.
So when it comes down, they usually go into a sock and then through
into the sump
to go back up.
Yeah, yeah.
Can you see what I mean? And you can get them in various sizes, various microns, and they are good. They are effective. They will take the fine shit out. But if you're not on top of it constantly, there is that issue that at one point in time it will overflow. Yeah,
and
exactly.
As you say, if it's in a tank and it overflows, then you're looking at wet floor inside, and you've got lino or laminate flooring.
In a fish tank situation, if you're running a sump tank, which is another tank that's got the same amount of water as the top tank, if those socks start overflowing, then you're just pumping your water out of your fish tank.
It's basically
because it's overflowing. Yeah, can you see what I mean? And like Jigsaw's just said, they do work really well, but you have to be on top of them, right on right. 100%.
Yeah, definitely an interesting one.
Oh yes.
So it's just one of them things, isn't it? You're going to have to work on your balance on what time scales work best for you, because obviously you could have some fish that don't produce that much waste, where you could clean it like, say, once week and a half.
Yeah, I did. Yeah,
or
you've got your koi in them. Waste than a tank full of fucking koi, that's for sure. Because koi are dirty animals.
Oh, they are. And I'm finding that out. I'm finding that out more so now that we've got the tank grow on, which I have got a new siphon for, which actually connects to the taps.
Because you've got the temperature up 26 degrees. You're feeding them 8 to 10 times a day. And filters on fry, they get shitty really quick.
Oh yeah, every 2 days I'm cleaning mine. Every 2 days.
9 times out of 10, it's a really horrible, browny, snotty, slimy colour it comes out of your filters. It's weird.
Yeah, it is weird.
And it is absolutely gross. And if you don't keep on top of it, that's when you start looking at problems in gill flaring, body deformities, because of high ammonia levels and this, that, and the other. It can cause the old gill flaps to bend out, etc., etc. So
the rolled gills.
So yeah,
there is a couple of them though that are getting little bellies on them, proper good little bellies on them.
You don't want too much of a belly on them.
Oh no, not.
I mean, on the fry, if you're feeding brine shrimp, you can actually see when they're full because their stomach color changes. It goes like a brownie color. It's mad. But yeah, that's something I will be setting up. Right, I've got a supersized brine shrimp hatchery that I made. You know, the big 5 litre water jugs, containers with the handles.
Yep, I know the ones you mean. I'm just pulling my bag of odd sorts.
Two supersized brine shrimp hatcheries, so I've always got a batch on the go. What are you doing?
I think I've got one in here.
You know, it's impossible to give yourself a blowjob. You do know that, don't you?
Ha ha ha! No, I was looking in my little bag of fishy bits because I think I've got a small hatchery.
You keep your size to yourself, boy.
No, I got it was just one of these ones you got off Amazon. It was, it's only a small little hatchery, but it just came as a complete kit, which obviously it will help because it gives me the small pan net basically for using for selecting the brine shrimp, which obviously then at a later date I can then use for oh exactly.
Oh, anyway, Jigsy, you promised you'd come on the show.
Yeah, come on, Jigsy. There you go.
As for Dave, right, what they do is they decide which ones they're going to have, and they'll set up 2 pools. And to start with, what they'll do is a day beforehand, they'll put the males in the pools with all the spawning brushes, and then late in the afternoon, when they want things to kick off, when the temperatures are everything where they want to be, they will then add the females. Once they actually start the action, and when I mean by starting the action, when the female is actually starting to spit out eggs, the female then gets taken out, then gets put into a bowl of sedate, gets sedated, her belly gets dried completely, and then she gets released of all of her eggs into a bag or bags, depending on what males he wants to put with that female.
Yep, which people, if they want to see done, pop onto Vince's videos from early part of last year, and you'll be able to see April time, and you'll be able to see Ricky actually showing you how they do it there. So if you want to actually see that footage before the season comes on.
But we will be recording it this year. We will be recording it this year, especially the ground show with a difference spawning. So that is going to be the Mark Gardner Red Kajaku and a kin shower. So a metallic shower.
You know, I like a metallic.
Yeah. So there should be a good variety of fish that come out.
Yep.
Nope, don't change food at all, mate. I think if anything, it will be a slight temperature drop to start them off once they go into, because reason I say that is because when I did my spawning here, I actually sprayed the top of the pond late in the evening, which then dropped the temperature slightly, and then they kicked off.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of people do that when they come to doing their spawns and they want to set them. They'll literally, as the temperature's dropping a little bit, hose pipe out and just give a little mist over the top.
They'll bring the temperature up to where they want it, because what they'll do is they'll chuck a couple of aquarium heaters in just to take it up that little bit. And then they'll drop the temperature slightly by doing a water change, which then kicks them off. And then once they actually start releasing eggs, that's when they get taken out, sedated, emptied. But they don't get fully emptied, because they then go back into the pool and they get rid of the last of what's in them naturally.
into the brushes.
Literally, all that happens then is those brushes are taken out and they got cleaned off and sterilized. They don't keep the eggs that are left, because you never know what's going to come out of it. You know what I mean? So the pond itself gets emptied, gets sterilized, ready for the next batch to start again.
Yep, I know exactly what you mean. Well, yeah, we got any other questions in the chat?
Or is there anyone in the chat who'd like to come and join us?
Yeah, or come and join us. There is links there. If anybody does, let us know. Stick a yes in capital letters, and I'll drop the link.
I really don't know how to turn this screen round.
Oh, it's hard to on tablets.
Mm. No, we'll have to work it out for next week.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The pond is swimming around absolutely lovely. At
Come
the
on,
moment.
Jigsy. Because he would pop on, but he's
Shut my
shy.
fucking ass. Get your Welsh arse on here. You promised you'd come on.
Come on, Jigs. You put videos out, bud. You can't use that shy content.
It's Simon. It's the Mark Gardner red Kajaku male, and the female is a kin shower. Hey, Chris, you can chat. You can come on.
Yeah, come on, Chris. You've been on live before. We could possibly even get Maureen on if she wanted to come and join us one week.
Yeah, quite welcome to. Oh shit! I know what I forgot to do.
Did you forget to read some?
I've got an email to answer. Hopefully, we'll have another international guest, and they're not in the chat.
No. And I think I've got an idea, and I'll say my thoughts at the end. But I've sent a few emails out also, and I'm waiting on responses from across different ponds.
Nigel. Yeah, Simon. What we're hoping for is to consolidate the Sumi a lot more on the Kinshawa side. So what I mean by that is the Sumi that is the Matsubamon, which is your Robin. We're hoping to get some of that Sumi into the Sumi of the Kinshawa to stop that Sumi dropping back when they go in a blue bowl. Because this is one problem that you get with metallic showers, metallic Sankis, anything like that. As soon as you put them in a blue bowl, the Sumi tends to drop back. It's really crazy. So the plan is to try and consolidate that, but at the same time get something new by mixing it with the Kajaku, because they've both got really good bedding qualities.
Yeah.
Also, I know there's Japanese breeders out there that have bred Goshki showers. I know. I've got one swimming around in the Tosai tank. In fact, I'm sat here looking at it right now. So you never know. We could create a Kajaku shower.
How long after bleaching an IBC is it safe?
You've refilled it twice. You should be fine, mate.
Yeah. I'll say if you've got a jet wash, just
give it a
blast with that.
Blast through with a pressure washer, and you should be absolutely golden. Hey, Hillsy, how we doing? Thanks for joining.
How we doing, Hillsy? Welcome in. And we do have somebody coming to join us, I believe.
Yes, Dave. The ground show with a difference. The spawning for the Fry Challenge will be the Mark Kajaku red male, Mark Gardner red Kajaku male, and the female, I can't remember the breeder. It's a kin shower, and she is absolutely gorgeous.
I did say I wanted to get some more showers, and that's going to be a good way of getting them.
You never know. Might end up with some Kage showers.
Mm,
Now,
that would be nice.
That was my first thing.
Mm.
Was
Ash, you can't see the link on your page.
I don't know how to do it though.
How do I pin?
Oh yeah, because you're going for the fry challenge as well, aren't you, Nigel? I know there's a few in the chat that are joining the Grind Show with the difference. I know Dave's got his name down. Jiggsy's got his name down, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah.
Simon's in, yes, he is. But yeah, if we could get some nice Cargay showers, or they'd be Cargay kin showers actually, because both varieties are metallic.
Yeah.
Sweet. Yep, Daz's coins. And guys, he's only got 2 shorts out at the moment, but please go across to Daz's Koi and give him a subscribe and give him some encouragement. This is the gentleman that sent me the mug that said inspired by the Twisted One. Daz, thank you. So hop across, everyone. Give Daz some encouragement. Give him a subscribe. And he's going to do some more videos. Aren't you, Daz?
Tell you what we'll do.
Yeah.
As
Dave,
well.
you've got as much chance as everyone else because at 3 weeks old, they're unselected. Absolutely unselected. So you could end up with a show-winning fish. But like I said, it's all down to the individual. Husbandry, eye, everything. So that's then, you know, it's just another thing that Rick's come up with that I believe is groundbreaking. I mean, last year he done it by putting to the YouTube community, what would you like me to spawn? Yeah.
Yep.
Name me a breeder, a koi breeder that would do that other than Rick, because it's been done, because we done it last year. And the top 5% that are in the polytunnel are looking absolutely sweet. And I really can't wait to see how they come out when they come out of the mud pond this year, because they'll be going straight into the mud pond this year for colour and growth. And I really can't wait for them to come out of the mud ponds, because there is some stunning fish there, definitely. And then to turn around and say, right, we're going to do this spawning. You know, it's just sometimes I struggle to keep up with stuff that goes on in Rick's head that he comes up with, you know, and yeah, I'm just so humbled and honoured to actually be a part of it. Looks like Shane's frozen.
No, I'm here.
No, for fuck's sake.
No, I was trying to see if I could quickly work out how to get the pinned message, and it looks like it's something that I've got to set up at the beginning.
Oh, right. Okay. Cracking idea. I was moaning the other day I can't get access to anything that hasn't been sorted 4 times. Mate, New Forest Koi Farm always sell unselected fry.
Mm-hmm.
I've got 2 or 3 Calico Kajaku from unselected fry, and they are cracking. I mean, you look at not Psycho Sid,
Hang on,
but
Chris, let me try a new one.
you know the Harawaki you had off me, Shane?
Yeah, Nancy.
Yeah. Well,
Yep.
She was from New Forest Koi Farm, unselected fry. In fact, you remember the 2-week-old fry I had in the bow front fish tank in the port here?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, she was even from that. She was from that spawning. She was from them. Those fry, and she is. I think she might, in the right conditions, outgrow Betty. But like I say, before she left here, she was 2 years old, and she was already in 50 cm. Now Betty is 6 or 7 years old, and she's 68.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Oh yes. And she definitely strips plants.
Oh yeah, she'll do that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, she was very good at that.
Yeah, pretty much decimated the lily. I was constantly pulling out the lilies out of it.
I'll tell you what, I know you're saying about a Shisui crossed with a Yamabuki, but I'm getting quite attached to the Shisui cross Sankey that's in the growing on tank. It's a weird cross, but I tell you what, once that gets bigger and that Sumi settles down, with that blue contrast and the red, the blue underneath and the red across the bottom, it's definitely going to be an eye-catching fish.
Oh, it's definitely going to be a weird and wonderful.
Oh yeah, definitely. I like, you know me, I love being weird and wonderful.
Yep, definitely. Can't see why it's not showing on the channels. Let me have a check on mine.
If not, we'll get it sorted for next week, and then more people can come and join us.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I'm gonna have to rearrange these cushions. I think I've killed the fucking sponge.
So they're all showing on my, when I've gone onto my channel, they're all showing there. So yeah, strange.
Oh, Dino cracks me up. Well, guys, I think we've rattled and waffled on for long enough.
Yeah, I think we've actually gone a little bit longer than normal, I believe.
Yeah. If there's no more comments or no more questions, then I think what we will do is we will wrap this one up for today. Oh, Jigsy, don't be daft. Settle your nerves.
Definitely join next. Oh, come on, Jigs. We're at it. Yes, Lisa, technology, huh?
Yeah, that's why Shane's here, and he's still not bloody good at it. Cheers, Nigel. So, yeah, we do apologise that Samuel's not here, but we do hope that his daughter comes out of the hospital well and she hasn't broken anything or done too much damage. And as for Sid will definitely be back next week. Well, as you saw, he's stuck in traffic. But for me, thank you very much for joining, ladies and gentlemen. I've been Twisted Koi. He's been Hertz Koi. And we will catch you same place, same time next Sunday. Catch you later, guys.
Yep. Take care, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your day. And yeah, hopefully the week coming, no pond problems. So we'll catch you all, as we say, we'll catch you all next week. Until then, guys, keep an eye on the channels. Obviously, we'll be putting out plenty more during the week as well. So you might see more questions from the previous week's videos that you want to ask us come the next Sunday.
Yes.
So, yeah. Take care, guys. See you soon.